the ATAS platform, what you want to be looking for really is you want to be looking for a liquidity sweep. So in this sense, what's going on is we have the previous day high over here that was swept over here. Notice how we had a lot of buyers that were trying to drive price higher and they failed, right? Notice how also we are above the daily opening price, right? The daily opening price being all the way down here. So when you're above the daily opening price, this is what gives you indication to sell, right? And so again, what's really obvious, what's really nice about this trade is that you could have basically taken it just like this. Now, I don't personally trade this way, but you could have had a limit order at this fair value gap with a stop loss just above the fair value gap, and you can target the daily opening price, right? That is one way you could have taken this trade. Now, this is not my preferred way to trade. Of course, we had, I do like to look for more confirmation in the markets. The confirmation you're looking for really comes within this region, right? So this is the yellow region over here. So I'm going to change this in yellow. Now, I always talk about order flow. If you want to read fair value gaps correctly and you want to have a high strike rate above kind of 50-60%, you need to understand what is going on inside of the fair value gaps. And it's basically what was going on over here. So we saw buyers fail over here, which means sellers are in control, right? I'm going to write PS. Passive sellers are in control. Now, this fair value gap held only because passive sellers were in control. And so when we go to the ATAS platform, if we kind of draw this out side by side so people can understand what's going on, the ATAS platform itself, very, very powerful tool. So if we bring that up, the ATAS platform, we saw a lot of aggressive buyers in this area, and we saw a lot of aggressive buyers. So these are the aggressive buyers, and the market was unable to break higher. This shows you by default that sellers are in control. Right, sellers are in control in this area. So when you're forming an A plus setup, you basically want to be trading off a fair value gap above the daily opening price. That is what makes an A plus setup. And now we're going to compare this setup to a setup that isn't very good. So when a setup